Hare Krishna, can you hear me? Hare Krishna, how are you?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, there is a surprise today. So, today I'm not going to take a class. We have another sir who is going to take a class today. So, we have with us Anshu Prabhu, right? He will be taking a wonderful session today. Vimal Prabhu, has Anshu Prabhu joined? Yeah. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about Anshu Prabhu. Anshu Prabhu has done his BTech engineering from IIT ISM Dhanbad, right? And he is now working as an intern in Amazon. Formerly, he was working in Amazon. Now he's in Adobe. So anyway, and he's a wonderful devotee, and he loves to take care of young students. So all the best. I'll be there. So let's welcome Anshu Prabhu by saying Hari Bol. Say Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. So thank you. Anshu Prabhu, over to you.
Thank you, Soumya Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you're audible, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Soumya Prabhu. I'm very happy to meet all these young kids. Seeing their bright faces, I'm very feeling very energetic also. And okay. So before starting the session, as like we are meeting for the first time, so I'd like to introduce myself as well as take introduction from all of you. So my name is Anshu, and I'm a student. I'm a recent pass out of IIT ISM Dhanbad, and I'm currently working as a product intern. If I say it in a simple words, I am a software engineer working with Adobe. I guess you might have heard about that. So that is about me. So I'd also like to hear from all of you about your introduction. Anyone would like to start?
So we
Yeah.
can quickly say our age, our name, and where are we from, right?
See, Gitansh is Gitansh, would you like to start? Okay. Anyone else would like to start? Okay, let me choose Shama then. Okay, let's start with Rana. Rana, I can see a lot of things happening in your video. Would you like to start your introduction?
My name is Rana. I am 8 years old and I'm from Hyderabad.
Hi Rana, great to meet you. Anyone else? Param, would you like to introduce yourself? Param, can you unmute yourself and then try?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you like to tell your name and your age and where are you from?
I'm from Kolkata. My age is 7.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Now let's go to who is raising hand? Nivashini. Were you raising hand? Yeah.
Yes.
So
My name is Nivasanya and I'm from Chennai and my age is
okay. Okay. Vidut is raising his hand. So let's hear from Vidut. Yes, Vidut.
and
Yes, Vidut. We cannot hear you. Okay.
My name is Vidyut. My name is
Yes.
Vidyut.
Sir, sir, you're looking really strange.
Okay. Aryan, will come. We'll get back to you. Let's hear from Vidyut first. Okay, Vidyut, you're from?
You're from Chennai.
I'm from Chennai.
Okay, cool. So, two guys from Chennai.
Sure.
Okay, Aryan, you are okay. Let's hear from Tanisha.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
I am 6 years old and
Yes.
I am from Chennai.
Okay, a third kid from Chennai. So we have a lot of people from Chennai. Aryan, you're saying something?
Yes, sir. You're looking little strange today. And all these things are like different.
Okay. I guess. Okay, Aryan, I think seems like he is little confused with myself and Soumya Bro. So actually, let me again tell that Soumya Bro was taking class, but today I'm taking on behalf of him. So that's it. So that's why I'm looking a little strange because you are seeing me for the first time. Okay, so it was nice talking to all of you. I'll come back to other kids or other people also whom I could not talk to. But okay, let's start with our session today. So I'll share my screen now.
Sir, the sir came.
Yes. My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's loading. Just allow, give it some time. Meanwhile, we can talk about what we learned in the previous sessions, right? So today we are going to, yeah, it came up. So today we are going for D for discipline. What is it? Can anyone speak it out? Discipline. Yes, discipline. So before starting this, anyone would like to share any points from the previous sessions which Soumya sir gave on A, B, and C? Anyone would like to share anything?
C for
You can raise
compassion.
hands. Yeah, C for
Compassion. C for compassion.
Okay, who is speaking that? Tanisha. Okay, we can do that.
B for bravery.
Yeah, we can raise hands and I'll call out names and then we can speak. Probably that will be a better idea. So, yeah, Rana. Rana, would you like to
B
speak?
for bravery and C for compassion.
Right. So, what do you understand by bravery? Rana? Okay, let's give chance to Tanisha now. Tanisha is also raising hand. Tanisha?
Bravery means contaction, sir. Courageous.
Courageous, right. Very good. Courageous, and being courageous means we are courageous enough to take actions which we should take, right? And okay, thank you, Tanisha. And now Vidyut. Vidyut, you're also raising hand.
Sorry.
Compassion means
Mm-hmm.
empathy.
Empathy, right? Right. So that's a very, very good word, empathy. Empathy actually stands for, would you like to tell, Vidut, what is actually empathy?
Being kind.
Being kind.
Being kind, right? Being understanding and being kind to everyone. So this is a very, very great quality which every one of us should aspire to have, right? Everyone else should inculcate or try to build it in ourselves. So, now let's start with our today's session. Uh, right, so today's session is on discipline. So, anyone would like to now, let's give chance to someone who has not spoken right till now. So, anyone would like to tell the meaning of discipline in their own simple words? What is discipline? What they understand by discipline? Okay, Nivashini,
Being
being
neat.
Uh, I could not hear clearly. Could you repeat, Nivashini?
Neat. Neat. Right.
Okay. Yeah, Nivashini is on mute, right? Anya, yes,
Be wanted.
being punctual, right? Yes, being disciplined means also discipline also means being punctual, right? This is one of the factors or one of the ways of how we can be disciplined, right? Shranya,
Discipline is like obeying rules.
obeying rules, right? Yeah. So, and what rules do we obey?
Speak respectfully to elders.
Hmm.
Like not talk very loudly in a library. Always stay on mute. Keep your video on in online classes. Don't
Right.
litter.
Right. Very, very good, Shranya. That was a very, very, I think, wise answer. So, without delaying much, I'll just move on to how we are going to define it actually. So let's first start with the prayers. So everyone, I think now, okay, I'll just slowly repeat it and we can all repeat it with after me. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And everyone can together repeat this Hare Krishna. We will together repeat this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Very good. So now we are done with our prayers and we will dive into our session. So what do we actually understand by the word discipline? And what does it really mean to be disciplined? So these are the 2 points which we will learn in the next slides. So as Shanya also mentioned earlier, that obeying rules and regulations set by our teachers, parents and God. Okay. So Actually, in actuality, discipline means that we obey the rules and regulations. And what rules and regulations? Do we follow any rules and regulations? There could be many rules and regulations, but we should follow the rules and regulations given by our teachers, our parents, and God. So, I'll just take for example the rules given by our teachers. So, we are going to school, and let's say right now we are having classes online, right? So, our teachers tell us that okay, you are not like we are right now not physically coming to schools, but we are supposed to do our homeworks, right? So that is a rule that our teacher tells us to do the homework and on time, right? And one example of the rule given by our parents could be that wake up early in the morning, and as soon as we wake up, we brush our teeth, we clean our body, we get rest, right? So that is a rule or regulation given by our parents. And there are similarly rules given by God as well. And God, eventually, we know that what rules are given by God, actually, they most of the rules we know from our parents or from our teachers, right? So parents are also our teachers, right? So parents are our teachers at home. So whatever, so basically it means obeying rules. So let's look at some of the common habits how we can be disciplined, right? So anyone would like to look, so let's one by one read it. The first person who wants to read the first habit of being disciplined, we can raise hands and yeah. So Nivashini.
Getting up early.
Getting up
Improve
early, right?
sleeping.
So getting up early improves focus and intelligence. Good. So I will come back to all these activities and how we can, why it is important. So let's first know how or what are the habits to be disciplined. So next, Bhumi. Who is speaking? Yeah. Yes, Bhumi, we can hear you. You can speak.
Sir, I want to read.
Uh,
My microphone was not working, so that's why I cannot speak. That's why.
Right. Now it's working, right? So can you read now?
Ma'am, can I read?
Yeah, you can read, Bhumi. You can read. You can read the avoid bad things.
Like eating. Sir, I can't see the full screen of avoid bad food.
Now can you see?
Yes. Getting up early. Improve focus and intelligence. Being punctual. Completing homework on time. Avoid bad food like eating.
Too much
I
junk
cannot
food.
see the avoid bad food.
Okay, let me move it to other side. Now can you see?
No, the photo is coming here. This photo is coming here.
Okay. Can you see the praying one? Praying chant Hare
No,
Krishna?
it's coming chant Hare Krishna and be happy. I can see this, but not avoid bad food.
Okay, let me reshare. I think there's some issue. Let me reshare my screen. Now is it visible, Bhumi?
No.
Sir, can I tell my sloka?
Yes, we'll come to slokas in a later part of the session. So let's just let me tell it, and then we'll have the second part where we will hear slokas from all of you, right? So let me read it for all of you. So common habit to be disciplined is getting up early, and it improves focus and intelligence. The second thing could be avoid bad things like eating too much junk food or being punctual. That is completing homework or any work assigned to us on time. And the fourth thing could be praying, which means to chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So what we usually do in the beginning of the sessions. And so next thing is now that we know what are good habits, let's do some activities and try to understand that how much we are understanding, but how much you are understanding, but what actually is discipline. So I'll just tell you a small story, right? Everyone likes story. So let me tell a story that you are at your home, and being at home, you eat a lot of chocolates, right? Everyone loves chocolate. But due to eating chocolates, let's say your teeth you got cavity, and doctor told you that you should not eat chocolates anymore, right? So now tell me, if you let's say these chocolates are on your table and you are alone, so what will you do? Will you eat the chocolates?
No, sir, we will not eat the chocolate.
No, sir.
No, sir, I eat some vegetables. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Okay,
We will,
no.
ma'am, sir, no. Because we,
Yes,
no,
yes,
sir. Because our teeth will get broken and we can even not eat healthy food.
yes,
And
yes.
we
Very
cannot
good.
even eat something fruit what you like.
Yes, very good.
Some
So,
too much sugar is not good for our health.
right. Too much sugar is not good for health, and even doctor has told us not to eat, right? So we should not eat.
Can also
So,
spoil our teeth.
okay. So why now I'll tell you. Okay, all of you were right in telling that we should.
Only one day we need to eat chocolate. Yes.
Yes, yes, that is regulation. What you just told, that only one day we need to eat, that is actually regulation. That means that everyone likes to eat chocolate, right? We want to eat chocolate, but yeah, Pratham is telling I would eat fruits, not chocolate. Good. So yes, we should eat fruits. Definitely, we should eat fruits.
I also like to eat chocolate.
Okay, Tanisha is saying something. But yes, if doctor advises us, then we should not eat and we should follow. So
And
that is actually being disciplined.
sir, when we eat chocolate, then our teeth will become weak.
Yes, actually we can see in the picture, na, the teeth has become weak and he is crying in pain. So if you do not want to be like that, then we should avoid eating chocolates too much, right? And that is a discipline. That is what we were trying to understand, that what do we mean by discipline. So let's now come to the second activity. Every one of you were right in telling no. Uh, let's come to the next activity. Uh, Okay, so let's see here another story. Let's say that you have your exam the next day, right? And your favorite TV serial is going on. So tell me, should you watch the TV or should you prepare for exams?
I do both, sir.
We need to prepare for exams and see little bit TV, but
Okay, little bit TV, right?
Prepare for our
because our eyes will
Mhm.
because
Okay,
because
okay,
our eyes will get even
Spoiled.
small and we will get swelling.
Right, right.
uh,
Very good.
we should prepare for our exams, so we'll get good marks and we should try hard.
Yes, we should study hard.
I had an exam. I tried and I worked hard without watching TV, and I got the championship.
Right, very good. So that is a discipline which
My
just
school, I
now.
don't have any exams.
Who is saying that? Pratham.
We can do our exam.
Yes. So the point is that we should read for exams, right? Everyone agrees that we should read for exams, and meanwhile, if we have time, then we can watch little TV. But primarily, we should prepare
Sir,
for the
like
exams.
tomorrow is our exam. I will not see today TV.
We will see after the exam, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. So why you are avoiding watching TV? Why can anyone tell why we want to avoid watching TV?
Because if we watch too much, because it can harm our eyes.
Okay, okay. So Pratham is saying it can harm our eyes, and Darsh, you were saying something.
And if there is an exam tomorrow, we'll lose the exam and
Right.
get less marks.
Yes, sir. We will
If you
get
make-
less marks and we will go out of school and even we will get specs and we will look very bad.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir, your voice is coming very low.
My voice is low.
Yes.
Sir, I want to speak, sir.
Yes, you can speak.
If we watch TV and our thoughts will be on that cartoon.
Right. Our thoughts will be on, and we will not be able to give our exams correct, very sincerely, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good, Vidyut. So everyone understands that so by not watching TV, actually what we are doing is we are following the rules, right? So our rule says that if we have exam, then we must prepare for that exam, right? So that is an example of discipline. So let's quickly move on to the next.
Sir, when we see TV, we need to learn also that. Yes, no?
Yes. We need to also we need to first of all we need to go see good things only, and then whatever good things are there. Yes.
We can also see the episode tomorrow.
Yeah, we can see after the exam, right? So yeah, everyone I think is like totally understood the meaning of discipline. So let's now move on to why we want to be
Sir,
disciplined.
your
Okay.
voice is coming very low. Can you do something? It's very low.
Now is it good, Bhumi?
No, sir.
Can others hear me?
Yeah.
I think. Bhumi, can you try some microphone?
Sir,
we can hear you, but it's slow.
Very loud, and yours is coming very low.
Okay, I'll try to speak directly in the mic, and then let me know. Okay, so I'll just read the second thing, why we want to be disciplined. So this is the first reason why we want to be disciplined. So it allows people to live with peace and happiness, right? So let me just give an example. So let's say the sun is there, and we know that every morning the sun comes out at a fixed time, right? Has anyone seen the sun not come at the right time? No,
Yes,
we
sir.
have not. No, actually sun comes, but we cannot see sometimes because clouds are there, right? So the sun and moon actually come at a very fixed time, and so we can see that they also follow discipline, and discipline here is written law of God. So the law God has made law that sun should come at a particular time and moon should come at a particular time. Then only we can live, the humans, or we can live nicely and peacefully, right? So the second reason could be it helps us to be successful in life, right? So just to understand this, I think someone can read it. Let me give chance to someone who has not spoken. Okay. Param, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you read this paragraph?
Okay, sir. A student must attend school punctually and obey the rules of the school. He
Right.
must carry out the orders of the teachers. Without discipline, the teachers cannot teach the students, cannot learn their lessons.
Good, very good. So what happened? So just as we discussed earlier, if we go to see if some teacher is teaching us, and if let's just take one example. Let's say if we are just now as we are, I'm trying to teach you, and let's say a new boy comes and he starts shouting in middle of the class, right? So will you be able to hear what I am speaking? No. So, so what will happen is that I will not be able to teach, and you will not be able to learn. So, so there should be a discipline of how we have to be in the class, right? So, and also, let's take example of homeworks, right? So let's say your teacher gives you some homework, and uh, then someone, let's say we watch TV more and we are not able to do our homework, and the next day when we go to our teacher, then the teacher is very upset with us, right? It happens, right? We are not able to do homework and teacher is upset. Why? Because the teacher wants us to learn the lesson. So by homework, we try to learn the lesson. So that's why if we want to grow and become successful in our studies, then we must learn the lesson. And first of all, we must follow what our teachers are telling and our parents are telling, right? So that is also an example of discipline. So let's move on to the third thing, how we can be disciplined. Okay, let's give chance now to, let's say Madhav. Madhav, can you hear us, Madhav?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you read?
Yes, sir. A player has to show respect to the di- diction of the
Decision of the
decision
referee?
of the referee.
Right, right.
If the players in the playground
Hmm.
do not obey the rules of the game and the orders of the captain, they are sure to lose the game.
Right, very good. So, for any team, we must have played some games, right? We must have played some team games. So, there is a captain in the team, and every team member, should follow the instructions given by that captain. Why? Because the captain is responsible for uh, giving responsibilities to all of us, right? And he actually is managing the team. So just as if we take example of our home, let's say, so we can take example at that our home is a team and our father is a captain or our mother is a captain, right? And then they actually are responsible for taking care for every one of us, right? So we must hear to what our father or mother is saying, right? Then only a house will work very nicely, right? So this is also an example of we can say discipline. And uh, and it, the topic is saves us from suffering later. So what do I mean by suffering? So everyone understands what is suffering. So suffering means we have to bear some pain, right? So I'll just give an example. So if just we did an activity that if we have we have pain in our teeth, and let's say we eat more chocolates, okay? If we eat more chocolates, then what will happen is our teeth will decay, and it will fall down, even fall down, right? And we will have lot of pain. And like we have seen people, kids, that when the teeth fall down, actually there is a lot of pain, and and we are not even able to eat normal food, right? So that is very painful. So if only we follow the discipline, then we will not be then we will not have to suffer later. So that is one of the uh, benefits of being disciplined. So let's move on to the fourth thing. Uh, Now let me ask. Okay. Sharanya, would you like to speak? Sharanya, are you with us?
Discipline helps achieve our goals. Athletes who win Olympics follow strict discipline. They wake up early, practice hard, and avoid things that are not good for them, like eating junk food or being lazy.
Very good. So we have seen many sports, right? We see many champions in the just now, as we heard from one of our kids that she studied very hard and she earned a merit in her school, right? So I guess Bhumi was speaking that, right? So if we want to achieve some success, if we want to achieve our goals, then we must be disciplined. Unless and until we are disciplined, we will not be able to achieve our goals, right? So if we want to do good in our studies, then we must work hard, we must study hard, we must do our homework on time. Then we will be able to achieve good grades. So good grades is our goal. Goal means to achieve what is the result of our action, right? Everyone understands goal, right? So by studying hard, we want to let's say crack some get good grades and in future become accomplished people. Let's say someone wants to become a doctor, someone wants to become an engineer, someone wants to become a scientist, right? So unless and until we have a disciplined life, we cannot achieve the goals which we want, right? So these were the benefits, some of the benefits of being disciplined. So now I'll just share a small story with all of you, which shows a story of faith and devotion, right? So this was the first session, the first half of the session. We discussed about discipline, and now let's move on to a small story. I'll ask one by one everyone to read, right? So can Pratham read this?
Yes, sir. Once in a village, there was a Gurukula. Many students from the nearby villages studied in the Gurukula.
Okay. So once I'll just explain it, just give translation kind of thing. So once in a village, a गांव में there was a Gurukula. Gurukula is actually just kind of school, which we have schools, na? Right? So Gurukula was a kind of school in olden days, right? Where Guru used to be there, the teacher used to be there, and he used to teach kids. Just as we can see in the picture, Guru is teaching, teacher is teaching, and kids are there. We are learning. Okay. So next, let's ask Tanisha to read. Tanisha, can you read?
Yes, sir. I can read.
Okay.
One
Poor boy.
One poor boy was a
Student in that Gurukul.
At Gurukul.
The death
anniversary
of the
teacher. Father was to be held after a few days. So he requested all of his students.
Yes. Thank you, Tanisha.
Thank you.
So, next, Aryan, can you read?
Can I read, sir?
I want to read, sir.
Can I read, sir?
Who is speaking?
Vidyut.
Vidyut. Okay. You want to read? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, read.
The Brahmanas were teacher
Who
who
never
never charge
Money.
money for
Vedic
Vedic
education.
education.
Good, very good. So I'll just read these quickly. What will you bring me as contribution for this ceremony? So the teacher is asking, actually what happened is that the teacher's father's death anniversary was there. Actually he wanted to, as we do puja in someone's remembrance, so he wanted to do some puja in his father's remembrance. So he wanted actually to, he asked all his students to bring something uh, for that puja, right? Then the children are discussing here among themselves that someone is saying, I will bring some new clothes, Hari Bol. And someone is telling that I will bring lots of grains for my Guru, Hari Bol, right? And then there was one boy who was saying that I cannot say anything without asking my mother. Actually, he was not from a very good family. Actually, he was from a poor family. So he wanted to ask his mother, right? So let's see what he asks to his mother. Uh, okay, Bhumi, you want to read?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
My dear mother, all of my class friends have promised some contributions to the teacher. What shall I promise?
Yes, please
Where
continue.
is he? Where we are so poor, we cannot give anything, but God in
Dinabandhu.
Dinabandhu, the friend of the poor. If he gives you something, then you can promise. Tell the
Sages.
sages go to the forest to find him. So the
Good.
little boy, by going to the Gurukula, took the path through the forest.
So he heard, he asked his mother, and his mother told that actually we are very poor and we cannot afford. The, but Deen Bandhu, God who is Deen Bandhu, I'll tell the meaning of Deen Bandhu later, but let's assume that the name of God is also Deen Bandhu. So God who is Deen Bandhu is a friend of poors. Actually, he is friend of everyone, but especially he is friend of poors. So he can give you something, right? So then he goes out to search for Deen Bandhu. Then he is calling out, Deen Bandhu Bhaiya. Yes. Yeah, you want to speak? Okay. Is it Tanisha speaking or Geetansh? Okay, Geetansh. No, you can read. Yes, you haven't read.
Hearing this, he was very happy and it is why I am calling. But should I promise to my teacher? You promise that you will supply yogurt.
So he goes out in the forest and starts calling out Deen Bandhu, you know, the name of God. So the God comes and he asks him that, why are you calling me? So he tells his whole situation that actually I want something for my guru. And he tells that, okay, you tell him that you will provide yogurt. And hearing this, the boy goes back very, very happy. So next, what happens? Okay, we have I think less time, so I'll quickly read and then we will move on to the sloka recitation session. So what happens is that the boy tells in his class that my Deen Bandhu Bhaiya has told that he will give yogurt, so I will give yogurt to you. So next day, the ceremony was there, and uh, he went on that day he went to the forest and asked Dinbandhu Bhaiya that, okay, you promised yogurt. So actually yogurt is curd. Okay, curd everyone knows, right? Dahi. So Dinbandhu Bhaiya gave him dahi or yogurt, and he came back. So, but what happened actually is that when the disciple or when the student gave yogurt to his guru was actually not very happy. Why? Because his guru was little greedy, you know. So he was not satisfied with just a small pot of yogurt. So he became very very angry, and he just rejected that pot, and the pot fell, and yogurt or dahi spilled on the ground, right? So what happened now, very very interesting thing happened, that when the pot fell down, so usually what happens is that if something falls down, if some, let's say water is there in glass, it should spill out, right? It should go out, and you know, but what happened here is that uh, yogurt spilled, and it should have got empty, right? If water comes out of glass, then glass becomes empty. But here, mysteriously, glass did not become empty, right? So it was magical happening that even though the guru was dropping it many times and the yogurt was spilling out, but still there was, every time he was picking up, the yogurt was there. Why? Because it was given by the Krishna, right? So Krishna is mysterious, and his activities are also very very mysterious. So in that way, okay, Rana is saying that he heard this story. Okay, no problem. We can continue, and we can hear it again. I think we are never tired of hearing stories many times. So then he actually realized that this was not an ordinary pot, you know. So the yoga, so it was a very very special pot. Why? Because it was not getting empty. So then he realized his mistake, and then he asked forgiveness from his disciple, right? So what is the lesson, right? So the lesson is that God is Dina Bandhu. So Dina Bandhu actually means dearmost friend and well-wisher of all beings, right? So Bandhu actually is a Hindi or Sanskrit word, which means friend, right? Bandhu, you know, if someone is our friend, then we can call him Bandhu. Dina means who is poor, right? So God is Deen Bandhu. He is just not Deen Bandhu, he is Sarva Bandhu. He is the friend of every living entity, but especially because the poor have were very very dependent on the Lord, he is specially a friend to them, right? So we can learn a very good lesson from this, that if we are in need of something, then we can ask about it from God, right? We shouldn't compare. Can I get the context why Pratham is saying that?
Sir, we shouldn't compare with others. Is one of the lesson.
Okay, yeah, very good, very good. I'm very happy to hear a good lesson. Yes, we should not compare with others. You know, the other friends were giving other good stuffs, but
Sir, God is very kind.
yes, God is very kind. You know, He helped the boy to get out of this situation, right? He helped him. So we also hear that God is compassionate, right? Is it not? God is compassionate. Just be.
Yes, God is a Sthita Pragya.
Sthita Pragya. Oh, who said that?
I said it. I've read it from my Gita book.
Okay. So yes, there is a sloka which tells that God is Sthita Pragya. Good, very good. So now our next session is coming to the sloka recitation. So today's sloka is, so I will read the sloka slowly, and then everyone can. So first I will read it, 3 times, and then I will slowly go, and everyone can repeat after me. Je yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvasah ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्तमानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्यपार्थ सर्वशः ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्तमानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्यपार्थ सर्वशः. So, okay, now I will recite the words one by one and everyone can repeat after me. Ye, all of them. So you can keep on mute and okay, I guess we can all be on mute and we can repeat at our particular places, so that otherwise it will kind of create echo, right? So I will read the words and I will also read the meaning, right? So we can repeat after me. Ye, all of them. Ye, all of them. Yatha, as. Yatha, as. Mam, unto me. Mam, unto me. Prapadyante, surrender. Prapadyante, surrender. Tan, unto them. Tan, unto them. Tatha, so. Tatha, so. Eva, certainly. Eva, certainly. Bhajami, do I reward. Do I reward. Aham, I. Aham, I. Mama, my. Mama, my. Vartama, path. Vartama, path. Anuvartante, do follow. Anuvartante, do follow. Manushya, all men. Manushya, all men. Partha, O son of Pritha. Partha, O son of Pritha. Sarvashah, in all respects. Sarvashah, in all respects. So, so God is telling here. So this is a sloka of Bhagavad Gita 4.11. So God is telling here, all of them, as they surrender unto me, I reward accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. So I will just tell the meaning, but first I'll want someone to read it. Let's give someone chance who has not spoken. You would like to read it? Yes. Okay, Gitans has read it. Anyone else? Rana, can you hear us, Rana? Okay, so let's give chance to Bhumi.
Yes, sir. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tamastadhava bhajanaham mama
tamstathaiva bhajami aham
te masuha partha sarvasva.
Good, very good. Vasini, would you like to read?
Read the meaning?
Okay. Meaning, you want to read the meaning?
All of them, as they surrender unto me, I reward accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Partha.
Right, very good. I will come back to the meaning of it, but first let's hear from some other also. Nivasini, would you like to recite? Nivasini, you can unmute yourself and yes. Would you like to read it?
Sir, I cannot hear you.
Would you like to read it? Read the sloka.
I would like to read it.
Yes.
Ma'am, sir, one. Hey, maatadidri yaru na class.
Okay, what I will do is I will read it and you can repeat, right, Nivasini?
I could not hear anything.
I said that.
Sir, can I read, sir?
Okay, Abhidut, just a second. Let Bhumi read. Okay, Bhumi has read. Nivasini is. Can you hear now, Nivasini?
Yeah, now I can hear.
Okay, so I will read it and you can repeat after me. Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. Ye yatha
Ye yata
mam prapadyante
mam prapadyante
tam tathaiva
tam tataiva
bhajamiham
bhajamyaham
mama
mama
vartamanu vartante vartamanu vartante
vartmanu vartante
yes manushyah
manushya
partha
partha
sarvashah.
sarvashah.
Good, very good. Vidyut, now you can recite.
Ye yatha mam
Ye yata
mam prapadyante prapadyante ah
prapadyante
tamstathaiva
tamstataiva
bhajamyaham
bhajamyaham
mama
mama
vartamanu
vadantante
manushya
manushyaः
partha
partha
sarvashah.
sarvashah.
Very good. So now let's just I'll quickly explain the meaning. What is there? All of them as a surrender unto me, I reward accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. So here, Krishna, the Lord, so Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is saying to Arjuna. So Arjuna was a fighter, and Krishna became his charioteer or his driver during the battle of Kurukshetra, right? We must have all heard of Mahabharata, right? So Krishna is telling Arjuna that all of them, as they surrender unto me, I reward accordingly. So yes, so as we surrender onto, so what happened? That boy from our previous story, he surrendered to the Lord, and he very kindly he asked to the Lord to that please help me. And what happened? The Lord helped, right? So Lord is very kind and compassionate. So everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. So Pritha here stands for Arjuna, right? So now I think this is it. We learned the lessons like discipline, from discipline we can achieve our goals, and how Krishna is the Deen Bandhu, and we should pray to him just like the boy prayed to him. And how do we pray? We chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So now that I'm finished with this, I think some of you wanted to speak the previous slokas, right? So, okay, anyone remembers any of the previous slokas? Then we can hear from them. Anyone wants to raise their hand?
Sir, I want to.
Okay, speak Vidut.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य माम् एकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वं सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः.
Good, very good.
Sir, can I sing?
Yeah. Speak.
विक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पम् अप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्.
Very good. This is the previous sloka, right?
Yes.
Sir, can I say?
Okay, you can speak. Who to? Bhumi?
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानं धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
Very good. So Rana is also raising hand. Let's hear from Rana. Yes.
Sarvadharma
Let's hear from Rana. Then we will
Parityaja
come back.
Mamekam Sharanam Praja Aham Tvam Sarvapapebhyo Mokshishyami Ma Sushaha.
Good, very good.
Sir, can I recite a sloka?
Gitansh, okay, you can recite now.
सर्वधर्मस्य परित्याज्य माम् एकं शरणं व्रज अहं सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्ष्यामि मा शुचः.
Good, very
यदा
good.
यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानं धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
Good. So I can hear that most of you are very your favorite is Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya and the first sloka, right? So Sarva Dharman Parityaja. So these are very important and very famous slokas which you all have remembered. So it's very good. Who has not spoken till now? Darsh, are you with us?
Sir,
Okay, Bhumi, let's hear from Darsh and then I'll come back to you. Darsh,
Yes, sir.
would you like to speak any sloka?
Sir, I don't know.
Okay, you have not remembered. No problem. So can you repeat after me? I'll tell one.
Okay, sir.
So yeah. So Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Speak Darsh.
Sarva
Dharman
Dharma
Parityaja.
Parityaja.
Mam Ekam.
What's up?
Mam Ekam. Ekam. Mam Ekam Sharanam.
Mam Pekam Sharanam
Braja.
Raja
Aham Tvam
Tam
Sarva Papebhyo
Sarva Papeho
Mokshishyami
Mokshishyami
Ma Suchaha.
Masachana.
Very good. Now I think we are over our time limit. So let's take one last sloka, then we can stop. I guess I don't want to take much time. Last, who has not spoken, let's give chance to them. Pratham, you would like to speak, recite some sloka?
No, sir, I don't know any sloka. I mean,
Okay,
I don't remember.
Can you remember this sloka, and then next session we can hear from you? Would it be very? Thank you. Tanisha is speaking something. She is also drinking water. Tanisha, can you hear me, Tanisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want to speak something? You want to speak some sloka?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next, in the next session, we will. I'll share today's sloka, and then you all can remember it, and then we can again recite in the next. Today we could not hear from many of you, but I would request that it would be very nice if all of us can at least remember one sloka, and then we can recite it. It would like there are many benefits of actually remembering Sanskrit slokas. So if you remember Sanskrit slokas, then it increases our memory power, and then we will be able to focus more on our studies, right? So we should try to remember some slokas, and we can take help from our parents, right? So with that, I would end this today's session. We would together recite Hare Krishna, and then we'll end, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Rama.
Krishna.
Bye, sir.
Very good.
sir,
Bye.
Bye, Krishna.
Bye. Bye, everyone.